I got a special hat. Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to the Man City team guide. Just keep hitting your continue button and roll your face on the keyboard. There you go, job done. Welcome to Manchester all the cities. Win stuff, entertaining possession football. Champions League final is required. That's tricky. Premier League expected. Champions League final, tricky. Regardless, FA Cup final, and they don't care about the rest. And then they obviously continue to win everything because Man City. All right, okay. If you want us to win the Champions League, how much money are you going to give us, Mr. Sheikh? 44 million. It's a bit disappointing, if anything, isn't it? Let's have a look at the squad and see where it needs strengthening. What? Yeah, well, it seems redundant. They're quite good. We've got Scott Carson, so obviously he will be number one choice when he comes back from where he's ripped his cock off. Joking aside, Edison. So in real life, if you were to ask our Man City fans, as always, if you're a Man City fan or playing as Manchester City, let us know in the comments what you did, what tips and tricks and tactics you used. But in real life, you would say the centre-backs. Obviously, with, Laporte out injured, they look a little bit ropey. But obviously, they're still amazing. Like Otamendi, John Stones, Laporte, it'll do, won't it? You've got Fernandinho. I think the big thing with Manchester City is we've got a few players, legends of the club, that are nearing the end of their career. Fernandinho, like one of the best DMs ever. We've got David Silva, who's 33 as well. We've got Sergio Aguero, who's 31, but still a beast. He'll be good for another few years. But definitely David Silva. I think if I remember correctly, his physicals aren't very good. They're not too bad. I've signed him as a 35-year-old, and his physicals are just horrific. So that they've definitely had a bit of an upgrade, but definitely something that needs replacing. Obviously, we've got some decent talents as well. So we've got the likes of Phil Foden and stuff, who's a beast. Good to see some 5-star potential, even at Manchester City. Attacking-wise, my favourite player outside of Liverpool, Kevin De Bruyne. That's how you have to pronounce it. I don't know what to say, really. They're really good at the footballs. Let's have a look at that. I'll be interested to know their under-23s and stuff. A couple of decent ones, but nobody really standing out. Yeah, a little bit disappointing. But as you'd expect with Man City, they don't care about bringing players through the youth system or whatever. You just throw money at something and no pit sticks. I'm definitely not bitter, am I? I'm not coming across as bitter at all in this video. So we've got £44 million to spend. I think they're stronger up top than they are defensively. So I would maybe look to... The goalkeeper's great. He's an absolute monstrous beast. So I maybe look to bringing in another centre-back or that DM role. We've got Rodri, and we've got Bendy Mendy, who's constantly injured or just not missing. Yeah, left back wise, Zinchenko's. Yeah, who's that baldy fella? Is he the baldy fella? I don't think it is. I don't remember. But left back maybe, centre back. I think definitely along those lines. Mix. His first name's Mix Discarund. Oh, it definitely sounded American. Of course it did. But obviously a left-back, centre-back, I think is probably the way to go. If you're playing two up top, maybe another striker. But if you're playing one up top, you've got Aguero for the next couple of years, and then Jesus, who's still an absolute beast, will take over that role as time goes on. Be interested to see how much actual football he wants. What's the wages like? Jesus Christ. Still got 400 grand to spend, so nothing too much to worry about there. Obviously, they're in a lot of competitions, so they're going to have a lot of games. The facilities are amazing. Do we need to look? Yeah, it's really good. State of the art. Only good coaching and recruitment, though, so that might need some work. Staff-wise, medical staff's amazing. This just looks a bit like a shit show. It's bang average, despite having 15 scouts. So I'm assuming there's lots of scouts need replacing. Their coaching's okay. You have a bit of room there as well, but maybe a couple need replacing. Let's have a look at the dynamics. I'm sure they're very happy. They don't like me very much. That's fine. Dressing room atmosphere is good. Who's our leaders? Yeah, so as you can see, we need a team leader. These are the 3 that we're going to be replacing over the next couple of years. So that's definitely something. I imagine the likes of Sterling and De Bruyne will just get to team leader territory at some point. How many British players, like English players, do we have in? I don't think Scott Carson counts. Kyle Walker, Raheem Sterling, obviously brilliant. John Stones, pretty good. Phil Foden. So, if I was to keep it interesting for myself, if I was to take over at Man City, I'd want to try and reclaim a bit of the Britishness in this side. I think would be quite a fun task, and make basically buy the England team and see how you get on. Would be a fun one. But yeah, what else is there to say about Man City? They're really good, and you need to carry on being good. But joking aside, it's still a massively hard challenge. Just anything can happen in the Champions League over 2 legs in those knockout rounds. So minimum requirement, the final. Yeah, it's going to be quite tricky. But there we go. There is our little Man City guide. Let me know how you get on if you're a Man City fan. What you actually did transfers-wise. I think for me, it's just, replace the oldies. Maybe a left back, and then start thinking about replacing the likes of like Kyle Walker and stuff like that going down the line and everything. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.